It all starts off from being able to, very simply, seeing a child as alarmed and knowing that what alarms them is facing separation. When you have those pieces, the rest starts coming together quite automatically.
So the start of it is to accept that that is real, that alarm happens. The piece that I think we're all trying to figure out is that separation part, because there are realities in our lives. We have to go to work.
Yes.
Things do happen. Teddy bears get lost. In my house, trust me, this was a major deal when teddy bears got lost. But things do happen. Your recommendation is that we try to reduce and to keep the amount of separation from our children to a minimum. What do you mean by that, and how do we do that?
Well, it's becoming conscious of this. You look around and say, where is the child facing separation, and what can I do about that? One of the simplest things, something that has been around with us for eons, is a very simple attachment ritual that's part of any intact culture, and that's a goodbye ritual. And the goodbye ritual is very interesting because in the goodbye ritual, to say goodbye, you wouldn't say goodbye unless you're going to face separation, right? And so that's it. But when you say goodbye, it's a lot better in other languages, au revoir or auf Wiedersehen. It's see you again, exactly. And goodbye used to mean, in Old English, God be with you until we meet again, right? And so it was that. And so what are we doing? Is we're drawing the attention to the next connection. That means instead of facing separation, the child is facing connection. And so that's a secret of bedtime, which is a prototype of all separation experiences, is that you actually put the focus on, I'll be up in a few minutes for a hug, or this is always on the next connection. I'll see you in my dreams. I've got this prepared in the morning for us, and so on. Always on the next connection. And so the child is going to this. It reduces the alarm, allows the child to go to sleep. But that is the story for all of life. We forget that with children, is that is our job as parents to always draw, even when separations are there. I'm going to work, I'm going on a trip. Yes, but put the focus on the connection. I'll be thinking of you at, let's at so-and-so such a time. I'll be back then, I'll do this then, and it's always focusing on that connection. Oh, it works phenomenally. When you do this with a child around bedtime, if you have young children, use this as the opposite of treating a child with separation. If you do this and you do it consistently, you set it up. I'm going to have a dream about you, and they'll ask you in the morning if you did, and make sure you did, so you can say you did, and make sure it's a very nice contact dream, and various other things about putting their attention to the connection. Yeah, it's when they actually starts getting it, they actually want to. They start trying to go to sleep because it gets better when they go to sleep rather than worse. It's so simple, and we've been missing it. We think that because children don't handle separation, we have to give them more experience handling separation. And so we push their face into it. And it's the opposite. No, we were never meant to do this. None of us does this well.
That story makes sense, and it's something I always do, even with my adult children for years. Every time I leave them, I say, I'm on my cell. And they said when I die on my tombstone, they're going to put, I'm on my cell.
Yes.
But it's one of those bridges. It's me saying, I just realized now, to them and to me, we may be separating.
Yes.
And, you may not want to see me nearly as much as I want to see you. But if you do, I'm on my cell.
Yes.
So that's that idea.
Yeah. And we do it really well with each other, adults or friends, because we wouldn't think, if we have a close friendship, of not putting the focus on the next connection. But we forget that with our children. And it needs sometimes, I call it bridging, and it's a very, very short bridge, but the bridge is you go right over the separation, you land on the next connection, and you draw the attention there.